It's me, James Sweeney from ModernWallStreet.com, and on a very active Wednesday afternoon right here at the New York Stock Exchange, I have the pleasure of introducing and interviewing the president of Millenium Vascular Management Group, David Perry, who is standing right next to me right now. So David, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit us here at the New York Stock Exchange. And for those that are unfamiliar with your company, Millenium Healthcare Inc., can you give them a brief description, a brief synopsis as to what it is your company does?
Absolutely. We founded this company approximately 6 years ago. We're publicly traded, and we formed a network of physicians on the East Coast from Maine to Miami, mostly primary care physicians and cardiologists. We did billing, coding, credentialing, all of that back office work for our physician partners. And about 3 years ago, with the advent of the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, our physician partners came to us and said, what other value can you bring to their practices? We have exclusive licensing on technology for cardiovascular assessment, oral cancer, and skin cancer, all supported by the Affordable Care Act. Again, no competition, exclusive within the United States, highly reimbursable, and we are now expanding through our network of Maine to Miami, and we will go nationwide very soon.
Sounds great. Well, let's now talk about one of the topics that you brought up in your answer just now, and that topic is oral cancer. Now, oral cancer is a big deal, not just here in the United States, but worldwide as well. But it seems as if your company, Millenium Healthcare, is on the verge of getting an exclusive treatment or some type of preventative tool for oral cancer. Can you go into details about that? And how exactly did you get exclusivity for this?
Sure. We have the exclusive on the brush biopsy test. It's minimally invasive. It's essentially painless, and it can be rolled out to the primary care physicians, ear, nose, and throat physicians, and it's all about early identification of dysplasias, little red and white spots within one's mouth. And the reason it's so rampant is when I was growing up, the occasional person who chewed a lot of tobacco would be your oral cancer diagnosed person. But now it's the fastest growing form of cancer, and the reason behind that is the HPV, or human papillomavirus. It's the same virus that causes cervical cancer. And if you think back 25, 30 years ago, cervical cancer was the main killer of women. With the advent of the pap smear, now it's maybe 23, 24 on the list of killers of women. We want to take that same technology to tackle that same virus and minimize and eventually eradicate oral cancer. But the rampant growth is because of HPV.
Well, Mr. Perry, let's press the rewind button just one more time, because in your first answer you discussed Obamacare. And we have to talk about that, especially standing here on Wall Street, where some people like it, but a lot of people don't. But Obamacare seems to have helped out your company. Exactly how has Obamacare helped out?
We are obviously apolitical, but for our business model, Obamacare has been a windfall. It's the changing of the model from waiting for the patient to become sick and have to go to the hospital to wellness and prevention. So the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, incentivizes the primary care physician who's on the front line to tackle heart disease, diabetes, oral cancer, skin cancer, breast cancer, to minimize hospitalizations, which can be very costly, diagnose diseases early. And let's take a step back here. It's good for the patients, it's good for the insurance companies, it's good for the government, because the actuaries have calculated it's the right thing and it makes financial sense.
And lastly, a strict business question: where do you see Millenium Healthcare in the short term as well as in the long term?
We've effectively launched in the United States, mostly on the East Coast. We will go nationwide. We have 3 major products right now. One for heart disease, which is absolutely unique and exclusive to our company. One for oral cancer, and one for skin cancer. By the end of this year, we will probably end up having 5 products, and it's all about the core business model of bringing clinical value that's highly reimbursed to our physician network. And we're going to expand nationwide, and we're going to do extremely well bringing this technology supported by the Affordable Care Act.